Well, I have to say that education can either transform someone's life or it can traumatize them. And one thing I've seen through all the years of working with so many people is that they can either be set free by their education or it can really restrict them. And what we see across the world and societies is amazing opportunities today to leverage our strengths and to find new possibilities and new ways of thinking and being. But we also see terrible disparities across the globe, and we see a lot of suffering and a lot of oppression. And education plays a key role in helping to unlock people from the things that bind them, whether it's disparities, whether it's isms, or it's just, poverty or intergenerational cycles that they need to break through. And so education can really mean so much to us, and it can set us free. And even just knowing simple things about human behavior, for example, our own behavior and how our brains work and how we function and how we can redirect our thinking can mean everything. And as a clinician, I've had the privilege of having a lot of people share their stories with me, right? And at the end of the day, a lot of times the conclusions they lock down on, the types of routines and patterns and habits they get into can sometimes be very self-destructive. And a lot of times it's a matter of learning new skills and putting those skills into play that can really set them free.
What's the number one thing you see people having trouble with?
I think that we are very hindered by the historical constructions of human behavior. So that's just a fancy way of saying we end up thinking stuff is our fault. We get really critical of ourselves, we get perfectionistic, we get hard on ourselves, and we often decontextualize ourselves, which is a really fancy way of saying we don't look at the big picture and see all the things that are influencing our resilience and our coping. And I think what happens is that causes a situation where people judge themselves and they judge other people. And I think that creates a lot of fear. It creates a lot of fear about being ourselves, being real. We've talked about this before, but authenticity can kind of be seen as the new BS, right? Everybody's trying so hard to be real and to be transparent and to be honest about who they are. But sometimes we lose what that even is because there's so much pressure on us to perform and to be a certain way and to fit into the mold. And I think that when we judge ourselves, it's really a disservice. We really forget then, about who we really are, about our true essence, about who we can continue to become. We forget that we're all at a point in our development, and if we don't know something or we make a mistake, it's not an epic failure. It's just part of being human. And at the end of the day, I think we can sometimes forget that, and we just kind of lock down and we judge ourselves, and I think that can really create a situation that hinders progress and creates way too much anxiety that anyone should have to deal with.